I've been an avid HTC user for the past few years, and this is probably the 8th HTC device I've used and reviewed. This is the HTC 10, the company's next most iconic smartphone to date. There may still be a familiar HTC design language, but what truly changed this round lies under the hood. I'm Warren for KLGadgetTV, and this is the HTC 10 review after a month of usage. When HTC released an ad saying that they are obsessed with their new flagship, they do tend to set everyone's expectations high on their new flagship. Fortunately, the HTC 10 is an attractive looking device. Not only it sports an entirely new front face, the metal unibody chassis now features an unusual thick chamfer that gives it a three-dimensional feel. It almost feels that you are buying a piece of art rather than a smartphone. With a thick chamfer and curved back, this phone has the best ergonomics when it comes to using single-handedly. It is also less slippery than other metal smartphones I've used. The volume rocker and power button is well positioned for my thumb's reach, and you will actually find it okay to use the phone with either hands. The HTC 10 has separate slots for the SIM and micro SD card. Unlike last year's One M9, the phone doesn't have dual SIM support, and that's really unfortunate considering most flagships sold here are supporting dual SIM as a standard feature. Furthermore, the HTC 10's solid build isn't IP certified water and dust resistant, so please always remind yourself about that and don't just go jumping into the pool with the phone. One of the things that you might have to start getting used to HTC phones is the Samsung-like home button, which also serves as a fingerprint scanner. For one, I like it to be a capacitive one so that I can unlock the phone with my finger without actually pressing it. I was also always confused at times with the back and multitasking capacitive buttons in the beginning. While I wish HTC could have an option for me to swap them, I get used to it after some time. Sound has always been HTC's emphasis on every flagship since the One M7. The HTC 10 continues to deliver beautiful sound from its new Boom Sound Hi-Fi Edition speakers. I'm actually quite impressed with how HTC has still managed to cram in two impressive loudspeakers, with each of them having a theater and subwoofer respectively. You find the soundstage to be different from the company's front-firing Boom Sound speakers, but listening music on the phone's loudspeakers is still very satisfying and better than any smartphones I've used this year. Also, I highly recommend that you try out the earphones provided in the package on the phone, as it sounds gorgeous. With all that major hardware design change, the HTC 10 comes with powerful performance internals as well. That includes a Snapdragon 820 SoC, 4GB of RAM, 32GB of internal storage, a gorgeous 5.2-inch Quad HD Super LCD 5 display, and a 3000 mAh battery. Every time when HTC releases a new smartphone, I tend to get really excited about the software because it truly and simply offers one of the best user experience out there, which is really snappy and useful. This round, HTC has taken a step further in removing its own proprietary system apps and uses Google's solution. Things such as Gallery has been replaced with Google Photos, Music is being replaced by Google Play Music, and my once favorite HTC Calendar app has been replaced by Google Calendar. While I still miss those old HTC apps, they made a lot of sense in making this change, as Google's solution no longer feels shabby to make you want to use third-party solutions, which is why the user experience on the HTC 10 is so snappy despite having the usual HTC Sense usability that I've got used to. Even though the HTC 10 software is really nice, it is beginning to feel rather dated and there's nothing to be excited about. To be fair, you get a new freestyle home screen where you can customize stickers to launch an app or perform an action, but sadly, you will not be able to add any widgets onto it. Since HTC has begun to introduce fingerprint as a security feature on its flagship, there's no way that you can lock files stored on the phone and launch apps with a specific finger. It gives me no additional reason to use the hardware apart from unlocking the device. In fact, the old HTC One Max has a more useful fingerprint scanner despite having poor hardware. One new app that HTC has included with the phone is the Boost Plus app, which helps freeing up unused memory and cleaning out junk files. It also has an option to lock apps with a fingerprint. You can also use it to boost battery life on games, which I'm not sure if it really works since I do monitor my battery while playing games. When it comes to gaming, the HTC 10 handles graphics extremely well with good frame rates. It does get warm after some time, but fortunately tolerable. I also happen to notice performance throttle when the phone gets too warm, but it cools down pretty fast as well. HTC hasn't really been able to snap on a decent camera for its smartphones over the past few years. The HTC 10 has an all-new Ultra Pixel 2 camera that finally takes higher resolution 12 megapixel stills with a huge 1.55 micron pixel and an f1.8 aperture. There's also OIS, face detection, and laser autofocus. This is the best camera that HTC has ever installed on a smartphone. While it is still no match for the Galaxy S7 in low light, the camera still managed to produce very minimal noise levels in pictures. Color reproduction is accurate without looking too saturated as well. Apart from that, the phone sports excellent video recording capability with great stabilization and audio recording. Don't ever underestimate the front-facing ultra selfie camera as well. It may only take 5 megapixel stills, but its large f1.8 aperture and OIS will ensure that videos will look just as good as the main camera. The HTC 10 produces impressive benchmark results and is easily one of the most powerful Android flagships out there, all thanks to the Snapdragon 820 SoC and Adreno 530 GPU. The phone should literally handle any resource-demanding apps and games without much effort. Even though HTC claims that the phone's battery is able to deliver up to 2 days of juice, that would never happen even on an extremely lightweight usage. But the good news here is that it will still last you more than a day on a 2 to 3 hours on-screen time. The HTC 10 is the best smartphone that I've seen from HTC since the One M7. From hardware design to user experience, the phone has got everything covered that I've expected it to be a decent flagship smartphone. However, there's just one thing bad about it: price. The HTC 10 currently retails at 2799 ringgit, which is 100 ringgit up from its original 2699 ringgit price tag, which makes it less attractive than its other competitors such as the Galaxy S7 and even cheaper alternatives like the Xiaomi Mi 5 and the OnePlus 3. If you're looking for a smartphone with a decent user experience, premium build quality, and great audio quality, look no further from the HTC 10. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more upcoming videos and follow us on social media. Once again, I'm Warren for KLGadgetTV. You could also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheWarrenLee. I'll see you soon in our next video. Ciao.